Alright, so let's get into our next segment, which is the news. Now, it's been a bit of a slow news week, or last 2 weeks. Nothing too crazy has happened, but I gotta bring up this dead horse to do with Bioware Montreal. Who created Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, we got some news. I see your facial expression. We got some news through the CFO, Jorgensen Blake, that Bioware Montreal is being merged together with EA Motive, who are working on Amy Hennig's new Star Wars game, single player only, and they're also helping out with Star Wars Battlefront 2 single player campaign. Now the CFO, quickly, if I can read what he said, is we're building out a new studio in Montreal, as we've told everyone, and we've hired over 100 people into that studio that are brand new to EA. This is to build the new IP around Jade Raymond's team that she's been building. It's a wonderful new addition, and we brought our Bioware Montreal team into that same facility, so they now sit all in one new studio together. So guys, reaction now to Bioware Montreal literally being folded into EA Motive.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, this is the end. This is the last time I bring up, I think, Andromeda and Bioware Montreal. But what an absolute collapse of a studio, isn't it?
Well, I mean, look at it this way. We heard rumors of Bioware during the development of Mass Effect, right? So we heard rumors of them switching up employees and project managers being traded, and people left the development team. I mean, obviously we're not there hands down and we can see everything but we heard rumors of a lot of people leaving the studio simply because whether it was for personal reasons or went to other publishers and everything. When Mass Effect came out, they went through the whole audit and everything. What I'm trying to think is, from the time we started hearing stuff about Bioware to the excretion of whatever Mass Effect was.
That was pretty bad, yeah.
From the time we heard that people were leaving to the time that Mass Effect finally came out, this feels like a result that we shouldn't be too surprised about.
No, I agree. They had to be. EA had to fold them in, and you know that talent can't be completely lost.
Of course, because
to the industry, you have to retain some of that talent.
The video game industry is such a complicated industry. It's so hard to just continue at a consistent basis. It's just like, even when Atari said we're making a console, it's just like, dude, you don't know how hard
it is now.
It is in this day and age. If we see something crashing, let's shit it out and then remove all those very talented employees because they're not dumb. They knew.
And kudos to EA on this part, like not just completely abandoning Bioware Montreal. The fact that the directors who were in charge, the ones that left, but the talent that made the game, like the game had good aspects.
Yeah,
exactly.
But it was just clear that the direction was poor, and that no one knew where the hell this thing was going.
Yeah.
And the fact that EA have managed to move people and not fired them, you know, in the
Maybe
human aspect, it's a good thing.
Maybe it wasn't even the direction. You just don't know what happens behind the scenes when someone leaves or someone new comes.
Exactly.
To be fair, at the same time, we got a great, I don't know if you read the Kotaku article that came out a few weeks ago, which was a bit of a really good overview of the kind of mess that they got themselves into. Basically, that game was constructed in the last 18 months.
1 year,
6 months is how that game came together.
If they're closing it down, then good. Just move on. Move on from there.
So, to close this little bit of news off, I'll ask you, both of you actually, do you think we see anything from Mass Effect for the next several years, or is it done for a while?
In all honesty, I think I give it 3 years, because Mass Effect is still a very big IP, and they can't let it, get forgotten. We might get a Mass Effect reboot in 4 years, you never know. The industry is silly like that, but if we're going to get something new, 3 years max.
Patrick?
For me, I just think that I'm totally against it. I just think kill it. Kill it until everybody kill it until everybody forgets about it. Because in 10 years' time, when we're on PS5, let's say, we're mid PS5 era. as soon as you see a spaceship going through the sky at our terrible E3, because E3 is nonsense these days.
Yeah.
But like, as soon as you see a spaceship at E3, then people get excited and there's
hyped.
that flutter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I think just leave it alone. Focus on something else for now, I think.
All right. Thankfully, at least most people are in a job. So, like you said, that's
Yeah. As long as everybody has a job.
The second piece of news, just pretty quickly, is PlayStation price hike has been announced for Europe. So
Plus.
pretty much, we're going from $39.99 a year to $49.99 a year. The same.
That's pounds, right?
Pounds. I'm talking about pounds
yeah.
specifically. I don't. The euro price basically is about the same kind of price increase, like 10 euros or whatever.
Wait, this doesn't affect the US?
The US had their price increase last year.
Ha!
So that is so I want to make that clear. The US had the price increase last year, and now the same thing is being applied to the EU and the UK specifically. So I would advise people right now who actually are subscribed, lots of people must be. Just make sure to stock up on PS Plus right now, because the price hike takes effect from August 31st. So it would be a good idea to
And in Canada, they're increasing them.
He's got Xbox on the paper. I think
but Xbox was always that price.
It's the same price.
It was always that price.
Yeah, PS Plus and Xbox.
It's only
Live
now where like they're like, look, guys, like, let's hike up the price. None of you are leaving.
Sony have sold a shit ton of consoles.
True.
And they're looking
They're
obviously
kings right now.
Yeah, they're looking over the fence and they're like, people are paying £50 for Xbox Live. We can do the same. We have more subscribers and stuff
But
like
we
that.
want backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
I do want that.
I just wanted to bring that up as a notification to the people who subscribe. But like, what is a thing that you would like to see PlayStation Plus introduce? Like.
What we just said.
Like you're saying, backwards compatibility.
I want to play Siphon Filter.
So like PS1 classics and stuff.
You know what's funny? They already implemented these systems with the PlayStation, the PSP, and the Vita. So we know that they can run PS2 games, and we know these ports exist. And we even have the whole, the current one, the PS3 and PS4, the one where we have PlayStation 2 games.
Oh yeah, we have PlayStation 2 classics. So they had a bit of work is done. They get trophies. And they put it in.
So we know they can do that. But however, PSP emulation is easy to do. Mobile phones can do it. So we know they can do it. Vita emulation shouldn't be that hard because it clearly showed that it ran the PSP emulation.
Yeah.
So
shout out Vita.
It's close. I know, right? Rest in peace.
And Vita Spirit is really
I love this feeling right now.
Gosh, it's a beloved device. But I would love to see backwards compatibility with some of their classics because they do have one of the strongest libraries in gaming, period.
Second only to Nintendo, I
think. Exactly.
So that's the PlayStation Plus price increase. That's a mouthful. So guys, just stock up on PS Plus. I'm subbed till 2020, I think, so I'm good. And the final bit of news is the Destiny 2 PC beta has been announced. I know we don't talk a lot about PC games, but considering this is multi-platform, it's a game that I've been obsessed with. I've dumped over like 500 hours into this. It's going to run from the 28th of August to the 31st of August. We had the console beta run from July 18th to July 25th, which I actually played a few hours of. Just so you know, the content of the beta includes Homecoming, which is the opening mission, includes the Crucible, together with 2 modes, Countdown and Control, and it has 1 strike, which is the Inverted Spire.
I have a question. Are you guys going to stream this?
Yes, I'm going to stream and let's play the crap out of Destiny 2, because my friends list is populated with people who play.
But can I say something about betas? Betas, in a sense, I'm never really attracted to them simply because I just want you to get the game right.
That's weird.
Because betas tend to be almost the same as the actual game, especially with regards to MMO-esque games.
But I just don't want the feeling of, let's say, you're giving me a game and I'm playing it, but you're giving me something that I know you have not finished.
But
is that a problem in the sense that...
But don't you want to sample what you're potentially getting? I love it.
No, but what if I'm sampling something that is just what if I'm sampling something that doesn't have something that would hook me if it was the full game?
Oh, that's the beta's problem, isn't it?
Then they're not
Why?
making the game
They're
for
not
you.
making-
Why should I get the beta?
But the thing is-
Then you make the informed purchase.
Exactly.
Instead of buying
Because-
something based off ignorance,
Exactly.
you know what you're getting.
I'm still against it simply because let me even put it into perspective. If someone says that I'm selling this Aston Martin and this Aston Martin, well, obviously we cannot.
How
afford,
are you buying an Aston Martin?
We
No,
cannot
I'm
afford an
kidding.
Aston Martin.
Yeah.
But someone gives you an Aston Martin and says, "Yo, this is what is potentially the
It's a
new
prototype.
Aston Martin." Yeah, you see what I mean. I drive this Aston Martin around and I hit a highway, and it doesn't do something that I feel I wanted from that car. What I'm trying to say is that why should I play something?
Because in the beta, you have the power of feedback.
Exactly.
Most people who play betas forget that.
Even feedback from something that's not there?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
but
what they want from you.
Yeah,
That's the essence of a beta. We literally have when you go into a beta, there's usually a little text box or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes,
You usually
yes.
skip it,
Yeah.
but they tell you that whatever you discover and whatever you feel is not good, please feel free to go to the forums, email us, and tell us what you would like to see changed, added, removed, etc, etc.
Exactly, yeah.
And the way the game evolves after that is that they collate all these feedbacks from the community, and then they make subtle changes, because even from the initial E3 build,
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
sure you've been following, they've actually made changes.
They've made changes.
For
from
example,
the
the
E3
shield class, I heard was a bit too strong.
that is the Sentinel.
The
for
Sentinel
Yes,
class, yes, I heard they
the
were a
Sentinel.
bit too strong. Like,
Yeah.
they were so good.
Yeah.
Every other class
Yeah,
just
the,
looked
the
like
shield was
nonsense.
too strong, and
Yeah.
on top of that, people bitched about a lot in the beta,
Exactly,
which I
they did.
did. The charging of abilities. So in terms of your supers and your grenades and stuff, in the beta it charged so slow. And this
Yeah.
is not Destiny. This is
Yeah.
a game about space magic. You're meant to
You're
be
supposed
using
to
your
be a
abilities.
superpower.
Yeah,
Just-
every 5 minutes.
It's a power fantasy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Luke Smith,
No,
who's the game director,
I
came out a
accept
couple
that.
days
No,
later and was
I
like, "No,
accept
you guys, we understand. We're changing this."
But look at it this way. The only reason why I oppose the whole beta notion, essentially, is because when you release a beta, and as you say, you can say that, no, we've got a problem with this, we've got a problem with this, and you can have the majority saying that we have got a problem with this aspect of the game.
Yeah.
But what if the developers themselves were already focusing in one direction that generally a larger majority of people were gonna enjoy if they focused on that part?
And
You understand what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that if us as the developers have provided you something that you generally enjoy, but you don't like one aspect, but what if we wanted to
Cater to
endorse?
the masses.
Yeah. What if we wanted to cater to something that we thought was right and most of you were gonna
Then
like?
you end up with Call of Duty.
That's
what I'm going to say.
Which card?
All of them.
All of them. Every single card.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to
But
sell,
anyway.
people still hate.
Exactly. So
Yeah, true.
you're saying there's a risk in developers putting out a beta because there might be an aspect of the beta consumers don't like. Well, that's tough cookies. You make your vision for your game and you sell that and you make it work. The Destiny beta now, there's this whole meta thing with like power weapons, like shotguns and snipers have been relegated
The
to
ammo
power
sharing,
weapons,
yeah.
ammo sharing. People are very angry about that. I'm angry about that because I should be able to pull up a sniper whenever I want. That's not possible anymore. But Bungie have said, hey, this is the vision for Destiny because of PvP changes and that kind of BS. I don't care about PvP that much, but it is what it is. You've got to sell that.
Yeah.
You've got to sell that with your beta, you've got to sell that with your marketing, you've got to sell that with putting out a high quality game that people spread through word of mouth to their friends. It is what it is. Because betas at the end of the day are two things to me. Glorified demos and an avenue to get feedback on the game that you're making.
And also free Q&A.
Oh yes, free Q&A, yes. We love bug testing.
But don't always eliminate the fact that the masses may be wrong.
Yes, oh definitely.
That's my point. Don't eliminate the fact.
Yeah, so that's the Destiny beta basically. I hopefully with Alan editing this episode, he can now put up the minimum and recommended specs on each of your faces or something
Yeah.
like that, just pulled up over there.
Was it 660?
GPU, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 660.
Oh, okay.
That's
or
a high entry.
that's
point.
the
It is,
minimum
it
spec.
is,
Well, yeah,
it
because
is.
I'm guessing everyone on PC is playing this at 60
No
FPS.
potato PCs.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no potato PCs, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, I think, for the news, really. So, guys, thank you for watching this news segment, and we're now going to move on to topic of the week, which, of course, is featuring Daniel.
Awesome.
Thanks.